So you finally decided that you want to sell your house, but you don't want to really work with an agent. You want to sell your house by yourself. I have to tell you that sometimes it can be very, very challenging and overwhelming trying to sell your house by yourself if you don't have good amount of experience in real estate, or if you are not even familiar with contracts. My name is Wale Lawal. I am a real estate agent and a real estate investor in the Houston, Texas market, and I've worked with a lot of sellers and buyers and investors to make smart decisions in real estate. Now, in this video, I walk you through 10 step-by-step how you can actually sell your house by yourself. And towards the end of the video, I also gave you some tips and some professional opinion about how I think you can go about the process of selling your house and make it as easy as possible for yourself. Let's dive in. So the number one thing you want to do to sell your house by yourself is to do home inspection. You're gonna be hiring a professional home inspector. They will come to your house and they will do inspection on your house, check every part of your house and give you a home inspection report. That report is what tells you about what is wrong with your house. Number two on my list is to fix all the issues that the home inspector has identified for you in my step number one. So you're going to have the inspection report. You will get a contractor to give you a repair estimate. From there, you will decide what you want to fix and what you don't want to fix. Now, if you're a very handy person or you are a DIY kind of person, you can definitely take some of those repair by yourself, but you just have to be careful to make sure you do them correctly, because if they are not done correctly, the buyer will still find some fault in those repairs and they will still come back and have you redo them, which may be, double spending for you eventually. Now, if you are going to make up your mind that you're not going to fix some of these items, you can do that as well, but just make peace with the fact that the buyer, again, when they go under contract, they will do an inspection and they will still flag out those things for you again, which they will be using against you by asking you to give them some credits for them to fix those problems when they close, or they actually have you reduce the sales price to account for the repairs they're going to be doing when they close on the house. The step 3 in selling a house is to price the house correctly. You see, the number one reason why houses doesn't sell on the market is because they were overpriced. Nobody want to overpay for any property, including yourself. When you're buying a house or you're buying anything, I'm sure you don't want to pay more than the normal price it should be selling for. So what does this mean to you? You need to price your house correctly, and if you are not a real estate professional, you don't really know the best way to price your house. This is why you should have a real estate agent at your back. You can easily give any agent a call and they should be happy to give you what we call a CMA, comparable market analysis, that will allow you to be able to price your house correctly. So number 4 on my list is to make sure you clean your house and make sure it smells good. Now, no matter how nice you think your property is, if it doesn't smell good, it can actually push some potential buyer away and they will not just make an offer. And you're going to be wondering, everybody see my house, why they not submitting an offer? It could be as little as because it doesn't smell good. So make sure you put some deodorant, make sure you make sure it smells good. Anything you can do to make your house smell good, please take care of it. This is what I've seen firsthand. Very nice houses, but they just didn't smell good and people don't like it, and hence they didn't submit an offer. Number 5 on my list is hire a real estate professional. If you know that you are not very comfortable with this process and you don't want to really leave any money on the table because you are just not experienced at selling houses, it might be a wise decision for you to hire a real estate professional. Now, there is several ways you can partner with an agent, even if you don't want to really hire them to do the full service for you. They can actually do some part of it and you do some part, so you can use that to save money. And if this is a route you want to take, I would say give me a call. I'm always willing to work with you regardless of your budget. Simple, I'll tell you how we can navigate that together. So, but if you know that you are very experienced, you really don't need the help of an agent, absolutely, you don't need to. You can always sell your house by yourself, but having an agent by your side can make your life way easier. Number 7 on my list is to study your competition and do things a little bit different. So if you are selling your house and you know there are other 2 or 3 houses in your neighborhood that are also listed for sale, you might want to see what are they doing that is helping them. And of of course, you want to do the same thing. What are they doing that is not helping them? You want to make sure you do things differently. For example, if they are overpricing their house, you don't want to do that. If they are not installing a yard sign in the front of the house, you may want to make sure you install yard sign. If their house is not looking good in terms of professional picture, you want to make sure you take a professional picture on your own. So these are just a high level things you can do differently that should be able to help you differentiate yourself from houses that are available in the neighborhood. So because the same buyer that is looking at your competition, that is other houses in your neighborhood, they're also going to be looking at your own house as well, and eventually they will make a decision between your house and your neighbor's house. That is something you should take into consideration if you really want to sell your house within 30 days. Now the next one is number 8. You want to get your house on the market. There's a lot of services out there that allow you to get your house on the market. There is a lot of flat fee as well that allow you to just place your property on the market just to give you more exposure, because putting your yard sign or putting it on Zillow as for sale by owner only doesn't really do so much for you. You want to make sure you have your property on MLS to give you a wider view of the property, to allow a lot of people to be able to see your house and potentially send you an offer. So if you want to discuss this, I would say reach out to me. I should be able to help you do that. Of course, it comes with a fee. This is not going to be free. This is a paid service, but reach out to me. I'll see how I can help you. Number 9 on my list is to place a for sale yard sign in the front of the house. Also, you want to print some marketing material like for sale so you can distribute to your neighbors. You can go to Home Depot, you can go to FedEx, you can print all these things there for at a very, very low price. Pretty much doing similar things to what real estate agents will do for you, but in this case, you are the one doing it by yourself. So I would strongly encourage you put a yard sign in front of your house. You print some flyers that say for sale, put a picture of the bathroom, the kitchen, the bedroom. If you have a pool, put a picture of the pool, among other things that you should include there, so that way people can easily read about it. Also, if you have a Facebook group and you are very active there, put it there as well. You never can tell who is going to see the property. Part of the thing you can also do is to advertise on social media. So Instagram, Facebook, you can easily advertise your property within 20 miles of your house, and definitely this will give you more exposure. Of course, advertising costs some money. This is part of what I do for my clients for free anyway, but if you want to do that route, absolutely you can do it by yourself. Number 10 is that you have to be ready to negotiate with the buyer agent and the buyer themselves. You see, when you're selling a house, right, the buyer will typically have their own agent, right, and that agent is negotiating for the buyer. The agent of the buyer doesn't represent you. This is a very common misconception. They don't represent you, they represent the buyer. So if you're selling by yourself without a realtor, you are simply representing yourself, and the buyer agent expects you to know the contract, expects you to know how to negotiate, and expects you to know how to navigate the real estate transaction. So they will not be advising you, and even if they give you any advice, I will take it with a grain of salt, because they are not working for you, they are working for the buyer, and their job is to actually save that buyer a lot of money, which means they are, you are going to be losing some money because they are not advising you. They're not giving you the advice that will help you get more money. Whatever advice they give you may not be the advice that is best for you. That's just what you should take note of that. So the number 10 is that you have to negotiate with the buyer and the buyer agent and make sure you have a successful sale. If you do all these 10 things I mentioned, you should be able to sell your house within 30 days. Again, if you want to get that home valuation, you want to know the true value of your home, or we call it comparable market analysis, which is CMA, I would say text the word home value to 832-776-9582. 832-776-9582. I'll be able to call you and understand your property more, and I'll be able to send you a free CMA, comparable market analysis, which is going to help you to price your house correctly if you still choose to do it by yourself. If you think you don't need that, absolutely, there is no any obligation here. This is just a free help I'm willing to offer you. I hope you find value here. If you like it, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button. Make sure to click that notification bell. Share the video with anybody you think will benefit from this. You might be helping somebody by sharing this video. And above all, comment below. Let me know what is your experience selling a house. If you are currently going through the process of selling a house, please share your experience as well. I want to connect with you. And if you're in the Houston area, I would love to chat with you and see how I can help help you sell your house for top dollars. That being said, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.